This episode of MMA Nuts is brought to you by Freshly, chef-cooked healthy meals delivered to your door. Save $20 off the 6-meal plan for first-time users with code
MMA639.
Liquid Web. Save 34% off all plans for 3 months with code MMAN34 off.
Butcher Box. Get grass-fed meats delivered to your house. Get $10 off with code MMA Nuts. J&P Cycles, the best aftermarket parts and accessories for your motorcycle. Save up to 30% off with code MMAN. Defense Soap, the ultimate soap for wrestlers, jiu-jitsu, and MMA athletes with the new peppermint oil bars and shower gel. Use code MMA Nuts for 15% off. Hey fans, this is MMA Nuts, episode 349.
349!
My name is Ingo Weigel.
Back with MMA show. By MMA fans, for MMA fans, walk the line between serious and ridiculous. Got the numbers right this week. A little off last time.
We were.
Shit happens when bodies are slapping.
Yes.
Doing the wild thing? It's old school, bitches.
And now we got kicked off YouTube.
That's all right. Yeah. Content match. Flag forever. Third copyright strike. Channel just went bye-bye. Anyway.
Yeah. Fines all over the place.
So, what are we going to talk about this week? Seeing how the biggest fight of the century is happening next week.
Thank you, Conor McGregor, Floyd Mayweather. Do we want to start there?
Yeah.
All right. So the latest rumor is that Mayweather was KO'd in sparring, Saturday night? Friday?
Mm-hmm.
Which, it's weird because if I recall the MMA training regimen, the heavy sparring and stuff, the heavy, it kind of leads, the week before is when it all stops and you start to taper. So I wonder.
Maybe he's stepping up the game.
I wonder if Floyd is like, yeah, let's do this, man, get crazy, and then he apparently got a little wild in sparring and some shit happened, kicked everybody out of the gym. I call it bullshit.
Yeah,
I think
bullshit.
it's all shenanigans.
It's the same thing where he's also putting this thing out saying he's hanging out at a strip club every night this week.
Why?
And 2 days after.
Just hanging out?
Yeah.
Just for no reason?
So that's what you do when you're training hard for a fight. So that's one of the questions I have for this. You know,
pussy or no pussy?
Right. Like, do you get laid or not? The real question is...
Actually, I think it's okay up to like 2 or 3 days before, and then you gotta just. I mean, there's a limit though. Like if you're gonna go like all day, that's probably bad. But like a little something, once a day, it's all good. But like Thursday, Friday, you probably should chill out.
So is Mayweather taking this fight serious or not? Like, is he training hard or hardly training? Because some of the stuff I'm looking at, in some of it's like the cavalier attitude that he has. Seems like he's not training as hard as he should be. Like maybe he thinks it's a cakewalk.
Could be.
He's 49-0, and he's like, this fucking MMA guy. What does he know about boxing? How hard do I need to train? And I think about Jon Jones when he fought Alexander Gustafsson. Like, think about that. He didn't fucking train at all, and you're fighting a high-level guy, and you eked out a decision, but I don't know if it's the same. I question, like, how hard is he training right now?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I couldn't, I don't have a reference point of where his training was prior, but I was going to tell you this earlier, but I decided to save it for in this moment. I was watching UFC TV, and they happen to have the Conor McGregor workouts, open workouts, and at first I'm thinking, all right, I'll catch 20 minutes. No, this is 3 hours of a lot of standing around and not much going on, and McGregor telling people where to stand. Like, I don't mind you guys get close, but, just give me some space. It was the weirdest thing. Did you watch any of this? The weirdest.
Well, I wish he would have started clocking people, because there's like a amount of space you need, and he didn't have enough in my book.
No, of course not. But I mean, the whole thing. This training session didn't look that difficult. I don't know if this is all a media thing, but I found it weird that they were there for that long in the first place, and it was all available on UFC TV. Like, who is watching 3 hours of Conor McGregor standing around half the time eating fucking berries or something? He's had I don't know what he's doing. He's just talking. You don't even know what's going on half the time. Who watches this stuff?
I don't know. Someone must be consuming this content.
They both don't look like they're training very hard, I'll have to say.
I don't know. Conor looks like he's training hard.
You think so?
Yeah. He's not going to be embarrassed. He has to represent.
He does.
One of the other questions I had, I was looking into the PEDs for this, right?
Uh-oh. Are they testing?
Well, USADA said they're going to do robust testing for this fight.
Robust.
I was like, oh, cool. Well, USADA does have this transparency thing where you can go to their website and see how many times Floyd Mayweather has been tested for this robust training or testing. You got it fucking right.
0.
0!
How about Conor McGregor?
I couldn't, under the boxing selection for Conor McGregor was 0. But I don't know for the UFC, I couldn't pace out, because you can only do it by quarter.
Yeah.
And you can't tell. But for boxing and for Mayweather, 0. So I guess that's robust drug testing. So when you look at the drug testing, I got to give an advantage to Mayweather.
He's winning the drug testing?
He's winning the drug
Okay.
testing. That motherfucker could be juiced to the tits and no one knows.
Well, don't you think they test him prior to the fight? Like
I think just for like recreational drugs, probably. Like they might test you for coke, weed, like that kind of shit the night before, but
not steroids.
I don't think so.
EPO.
I doubt it. You want the biggest fight in the world to get popped from a drug and the fight called off?
It's okay as long as it's after.
Right.
Before it's bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I find that curious that they said they're gonna do robust testing. He hasn't been tested fucking once according to their website. And I trust their website to be accurate. So.
Is it the same dude that heads up the UFC testing?
Yeah.
Same
well,
guy.
I don't know if it's the same guy, but it's USADA doing it.
Okay, the Frankenstein. Can I have the opener, by the way?
Yeah, yeah.
I wasn't gonna open
So,
this, but I'll open it. Why not?
What else was going on? They had that. I don't know. We didn't have the show last week, and I know that Paulie Magnati or whatever his fucking last name is. Don't know. Don't care. There was that sparring footage that leaked out where it shows Conor fucking blasting him pretty good with left hand. They show a knockdown. Is any of this shit significant? Does it matter that he's lightening this guy up?
No. Well, I did watch more of that too on UFC TV or whatever it was. Dana White put it out.
Yeah, yeah.
I was watching Paul whatever you say his name. Yeah. His face. He looked gassed to me when this whole.
Yes.
So I'm wondering, and maybe you brought this up about the fact, was it you that said something about the guy said he came in and he was out of shape.
Yeah.
And there was no, like, this is not typical for one guy to spar with the guy who's training for a fight the whole time. There should be like rounds, where fresh guys come in all the time. Mm-hmm. So did he get thrown in with Conor, who's in fight shape, and then he's not in fight shape and he's just tired? He looked tired. I don't. Does it matter? I don't think it matters. I don't know why we're talking about. I feel like this has become WWE. Like now that we've drawn this into boxing, it's gone to a whole nother level of just stupid in a lot of ways. I don't.
Well, I wonder. I think he just was brought in to create some hype for the fight. Actually, he brought him in to kick his ass and then release some footage to show, look, here's what I can do to a world-class boxer. Mm-hmm. Air quotes.
Right.
Right. Because obviously you're not going to see all of the footage. I guarantee that's not how it looked for fucking 12 rounds.
No.
Dana White was claiming that. But
well, they're going to say a lot of things, just like Mayweather. I mean, at the end of the day, I don't know. This is apparently how boxing sells fights. It seems like they've gone from MMA promotion to boxing promotion. The whole, the stupid games and the whole, I'm hurt, you're hurt, I got knocked out,
yeah,
you
he
didn't
got
get
knocked out.
Like I'm out partying. Oh no, I'm doing blow, like cookers and blow all week. Like fuck you, I don't need to train. Like this is the boxing way of promoting.
Yeah.
It's not the MMA way.
No.
So I don't like it. I mean, fine. If they want to do it this way, great. But I just don't. I hope it does not carry over into MMA because this doesn't do it for me. I'm not. If it wasn't these two, I wouldn't even be excited for this. I haven't watched any of the hype stuff because it's just annoying me. So, well, thanks.
I wonder who has the psychological advantage because here's a weird thought.
It's gotta be careful what I say next.
Oh wait. So you have Conor McGregor fighting Floyd Mayweather. If this was a street fight, Conor McGregor destroys Floyd Mayweather. If it's an MMA fight, Conor McGregor destroys Floyd Mayweather. Mm-hmm. I think they both understand that and both know that. So imagine the confidence that Conor has walking into the ring, knowing that, man, I can beat you under any rules or under more rules than you can beat me. This is like the one rule set that you could possibly beat me. So I wonder, how does that work on Mayweather? Like, get in the ring with this guy, and you're like, fuck, man, if this was a real fight, he could beat me.
Like, are you saying boxing is not real fighting? Was that the conclusion we're drawing?
It's not
here?
the full set of fighting.
Ah, okay. So
not
therefore,
the full set of rules that I would enjoy to watch.
The boxing rule set is too restrictive. You're saying
Yes.
on a fighter's ability.
Of course.
And
it's very limited.
I agree.
Right?
Well, definitely.
Heads.
I mean, that they do have the smaller gloves now, which
well, let's stick on that point and then go to the gloves. So, who do you think mentally has the advantage?
Well, I want to say Conor does, but I'm beginning to think it doesn't matter. And here's where I have to be very careful what I say next. I don't think Floyd Mayweather is that smart. So I don't know that Conor.
He can't read, can he?
No, I don't know. I don't. Apparently, this is not. We're not being funny. Like, you really can't read, which is crazy to me when you're that rich and you can't read. Right. But anyways, I don't know that Mayweather's smart enough to like lose a mental battle with Conor McGregor.
You're saying he's a mental midget.
No, I'm just saying. I'm saying like it's not going to work on him because at the end of the day, I just don't think he's bright enough to really get what's happening.
Well, let me pose it a different way. So think about the other guys that have fought Mayweather. Mm-hmm. The guys, say he's 40-0, and now you got to step into a ring with that guy.
Sure.
Like, fuck, you're at that disadvantage. It might be like when Fedor went on that run and he was undefeated for
wow.
Jesus Christ. Now you got to step in the octagon or whatever cage with him.
Yep, right, sure.
Like, there's that mental disadvantage for you who's going against a guy that's undefeated.
Now I know what you're asking.
You know, so there's another way to look at it. It's not only the confidence of him putting the fear in the other guy, but it's the confidence in yourself, you know.
Okay.
You're not afraid. You're not intimidated by Mayweather walking in.
Yes.
And you're not afraid of fighting under the big lights for the first time because Conor's done that.
So to answer your question, hopefully, I would say that at this point, Mayweather may be in a very unique position of running into somebody finally who is not afraid of him, doesn't have the whole doesn't have the whole glitz and glamour in his face, oh, my first time on the big show.
Yeah.
And I believe that because of that reason, Conor's probably in his head, is my guess.
Right.
It's because he's like, wait, all the old tricks don't work on this guy because he's not scared. Well, number one. Number two is I think he can beat my ass, like you said.
In
any other
question.
Yeah, right. So it's like, now what do I do?
Right.
I'm gonna do hookers and blow all week. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Fuck him.
Fuck.
I party harder than you. Go out and party.
I'm gonna go ride my bike again. It's fucking 1 o'clock in the morning. Maybe I'll do some training.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So, I don't know. That's why I think this is so interesting. This fight, literally, in the circles I'm involved in that have just boxing fans, just MMA fans, or people who like both, it is such a mishmash of different opinions about what people think is going to happen. I don't think there's a clear answer from anybody about. No one knows.
No, this one's so up in the air because at the end of the day, everyone's got a puncher's chance to win, for sure. It's just a matter of can he land and can he not. And I know you brought up the gloves, like 10 ounces to 8 ounces. Does it make a difference?
I don't know.
I think it's so minimal because.
How much size difference are we talking? You know?
Inch-wise, millimeter-wise, I'm not sure, but I'll give it to you this way. The smaller the glove, the more power, more speed.
And less surface area for blocking
less
shots.
Dispersion of that.
Yes.
So is there going to be a difference? There's going to be a slight. I think the bigger difference is, and I think McGregor has mentioned it too, is think about how many times Floyd Mayweather has broken his hands. He's got less padding to protect his fists.
Yes.
So over the course of the fight, more than likely he's going to break his hand. But again, he's been boxing in 8-ounce gloves for a majority of his career. I think there were only a few fights where he wore 10-ounce gloves. So it's nothing new for him.
Mayweather.
Yeah. So I think 10-ounce, 8-ounce, it doesn't make a difference. Unless you were at 4 ounces. We're at 4 ounces and we're in MMA gloves, then we're in a different world.
Right.
We're not there, so.
Well, I just find it odd. Can you do this in boxing and have different glove sizes for different?
Well, they had to go to the Nevada State Athletic Commission to get it approved, and both sides said they're cool with it. And they're basically going to do whatever Mayweather wants. They're going to do whatever McGregor wants.
They wanted 10-ounce gloves initially to make it more safe for McGregor. Is that the reason why they started at 10? Or I don't.
No, because it's the weight class. The weight class says it's 10 ounces.
Oh, okay.
And to get it approved, you had to go through
gotcha,
the athletic commission.
That makes sense now. I'm like,
Yeah,
what the
there's
hell?
certain. I don't know all the boxing weight classes, but
Yeah, there's 12,000 of them between 155 and 156 and a
Fucking-
quarter. There's
yes.
like 9 weight classes. You're half a pound difference.
So where else would I go?
Still talking about this fight?
Oh fuck, there's so much to
There's
talk
a lot,
about.
yeah.
The McGregor. We also got to figure out, like, think about the size. You know, we don't really think about, you know, MMA. Like
Yeah.
you see, everyone's cutting the weight. When you look at Mayweather, he's a smaller dude, and McGregor's gonna walk into there clear over 170, and how much of a factor is that gonna be? And how much of a factor is that gonna be when he lands? You know.
Probably huge. The big question mark is still, can he connect, and does he get tired? Now remember, look at what happened with Diaz. Was it round 2 every time? End of round 2? Gas City. What's going to happen against Mayweather if Mayweather decides to play the elusive game and tries to draw the big man into trying to kill him for 2-3 rounds, and McGregor's all of a sudden tired again?
I think that he's fine, because look at it's boxing, and he could take 3 rounds off. Like, he could take a round off. Is
out there, go
is
ahead.
fucking Mayweather gonna knock him out?
Probably not.
No, it's not gonna happen.
No.
He could take a round off to get.
So he'll recover.
Yeah, but I think McGregor is gonna be efficient in his shots. Remember, we fought Diaz the first time. He said he wasn't efficient. That was his big thing about being efficient. So I think he learned efficiency. The question is, does it translate to boxing? That's a concern, because we haven't seen him in a boxing match. So I don't know if this is like the first time he fights Nate Diaz. He has to learn, how aggressive can I be? How aggressive should I not
What's more taxing, to hit somebody and hit them in the gloves versus their face, or to swing at somebody and miss? What's more taxing on your stamina?
I think missing.
Yeah, right. So that's what I'm thinking, and I'm thinking if when you can roll like as a boxer can, and Mayweather's great at this kind of stuff, how many times is McGregor going to miss, and how much is that going to factor into his stamina in the later rounds?
Right.
I feel like that might be really taxing on him. Now, if he does hit Mayweather a few times, I think that's going to be lights out for him. So I don't know. This is a big question mark.
Big dude.
And the size is a big thing for sure. What if he knocks Mayweather out? That would be crazy.
That's what I'm hoping for, because a world of possibilities open.
Yeah.
If that happens.
If he KOs Mayweather, we'll never see him in MMA again for sure. That's not going to happen. Unless Mayweather,
Well, even if he loses, I don't think he's coming back.
no reason.
Well, someone had asked Dana White, they said, well, you just had to get a boxing license. Now, are you guys going to start holding boxing events? And Dana White smiled and said, I wrote it down, I got to find it, but basically, we'll see what happens, or I don't know, but the body language and the smile told me they're going to put on fucking boxing events after this, for sure.
So
There is a Zuffa boxing established.
Is this one of those things where they go and try to save boxing like they saved MMA? Is that like a pet project for them here? And they finally found the guy who can kind of headline this whole thing?
Because, well, there's too much money involved. Win or lose, McGregor is still a hot commodity. I know that Paulie guy wants to fight McGregor, and that is a perfect fight to make for his second boxing match.
Yeah.
And granted, you're not going to do whatever the pay-per-views do for this one. Call it $7 million to be conservative, which is the biggest one ever, by the way. But can I do $3 million? Probably.
Well, both Diaz brothers
Heat.
have said they want to box.
Right.
So
I mean, we've got a whole roster
3 big
of guys.
names right there.
Miocic wants to box.
He does? Oh, I didn't know that.
He keeps calling out the heavyweight champ. I'm like,
the
shut up, you
Klitschko?
have no
it's
flavor.
not Klitschko.
No, I forgot the guy's name. Was it Joshua or something?
Okay.
I don't remember. I don't follow boxing. It's just,
You might start.
no entertainment.
Would that be something,
So
huh?
No.
If a year
I
from
gave
now-
up because there were so many decisions, and we've seen it. I won't mention any names, but one guy clearly lost the fight, and then one guy clearly was handed a gift decision.
Yeah.
And I've seen that way too many times in boxing. It's rare in MMA. It happens, but it happened all the fucking time in boxing.
Yeah.
All the time. To the point where I quit watching the sport. So I gave up on it. And then you have MMA, and I'm like, oh my God. That's the biggest thing about watching boxing to me. It's like, will you fucking leg kick him? Leg kick him! What are we waiting for?
So the heavyweights are always grabbing and holding. Yeah.
Killing me. And when I've been listening to all the analysts about how Conor should approach this fight, I think the best person to talk about it was Pat Miletich.
Yeah.
He said, for Conor to win, he's got to fight dirty.
Yeah.
And to the point where he may even have to have a couple points taken away.
Oh, that dirty? Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's talking like dirty boxing and
like Mike Tyson style, throw some elbows accidentally.
Right.
Oops.
Or,
Sorry.
Get some dirty shit in there.
It's like a hook with an elbow followed.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And the thing that I would really love to see, and I hope McGregor would do this. This will blow Mayweather's mind.
Bite his ear.
No, not that far.
Okay.
But so you know how they're both gonna like obviously McGregor's gonna enter the ring first and be waiting, warming up. Then Mayweather's gonna enter the ring. While they're both in there warming up, I would like to see McGregor start throwing some fucking kicks and some spinning shit.
Oh, just to mess with them?
Right. Just like, the fuck is this guy doing? Is he gonna throw kicks at me?
Yes,
like
he is.
this is against the rules.
Yes.
Like mentally fuck that guy by doing that shit ahead of time. Everyone's gonna have a shit fit. Everyone's gonna have a shit fit. You're not gonna do it, but you put the hint, the seed.
Fall on his back and pull guard. And
like what the fuck is this guy doing?
Oh, you should pull the ref down and just start doing this. That's how
just leg kick the ref. Whack.
Like,
sorry. What the fuck?
Just practicing. Getting it all out now before we start.
Yeah. So I would like to see that shit.
That's a good idea. I like that.
What else do we got going on?
Still on the fight?
Hell yeah. So what do you think? Well, let's just, you got to pick Mayweather or McGregor. Who do you pick to win?
Is this 10 or 12 rounds? I forgot.
12.
12. I got to go with, it's killing me. I got to go with Mayweather decision. Mm-hmm. I really do. I don't think McGregor's going to be able to finish him. And if he doesn't, I don't see Mayweather losing a decision. It's not going to happen.
Yeah, I don't see a decision loss for Mayweather, regardless of what happens.
I think it's going to be brutal. It's going to be ugly and frustrating of a fight for McGregor. I think he's going to get really frustrated.
I mean, it's possible. He could get totally clowned out there. I mean, that's what should happen.
Yeah.
Should happen. If you had to put a percentage on McGregor's chances to win, where do you put it at? Like, what do you think percent chance he has to win?
33.
Wow, that high?
Yeah. I'd say he's got a 1 in 3 chance. He's up there because of the punching power, and I don't know what kind of Mayweather we're going to get.
Yeah.
I'm thinking we're going to get a smart, elusive Mayweather, but if he's in Mayweather's head, he might come in there trying to be funny and cute. And all it takes is one, a nice little crack to the face, and it's a whole different world, you know? Mm-hmm. Knock that smile right off his face. I don't know, but 1 in 3. I'd say, what about you?
I give him about 10%.
10? Oh, my God.
It's not that high. Okay. I mean, he's stepping into the boxing arena, and, you know, he hasn't really brought in, like, this plethora of just pure boxers. He's kind of just sticking with the same crew of people. I'm a little... That's curious. Could work for or against. I mean, you probably don't want to go with the typical boxing guy. He's going to teach you the typical shit that Mayweather's used to looking at. You need to be unconventional in how you approach this fight. Well, Ito Pertal.
Yeah.
Touch button to park. You got a triple up the touch button to park.
Okay.
Oh, man.
Interesting.
Wow.
Exciting.
So I'm, you know, I hate to pick McGregor, but I got to pick McGregor.
You hate
just because
you don't hate that.
Well, when I first thought about this fight, I said, he's fighting the best defensive boxer of all time. How the fuck is he gonna win? Boxer wins all day, all night, all day.
With boxing rules, it's gonna be hard to beat the boxer.
But I feel like I'm getting suckered into when Rousey came back and she's like, oh my God, after she lost her first fight to Holly Holm, and then she's getting ready to fight Amanda Nunes. Oh my God, she's in great shape. Maybe that was just a fluke, and maybe she's gonna really come back and do work, and she gets fucked up just as bad, if not worse. I feel like that's what I'm buying into with this hype, but it's hard for me to pick against McGregor when this guy has visualized his entire UFC career, done everything he said he was gonna do and accomplish, and even adding this cherry on the top of his sundae. Like, he thinks he's gonna knock him out within 4 rounds. It's hard for me to bet against this guy. He's got something, and I don't know if it's a 4-leaf clover, a fucking horseshoe up his ass, Frank Mir, Brock Lesnar style, but he visualizes it, he makes it happen. He's got something special.
Maybe it's a Aldo first exchange. Boom, 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 boom. Knocks him out. What just happened?
The fucking guy hasn't lost in like 10 years.
Yeah,
Who does that? I gotta take McGregor. I gotta take a knockout, and I know I'm betting on a 10% chance of him to win.
Yeah. But I will not be able to watch this live. I have a feeling you're going to be extremely frustrated next Saturday.
I'll turn that shit off. If it goes the way it should go,
you're going to be so frustrated on Saturday. You're going to be yelling at the TV, what the fuck? Why is he not fighting him?
Well, if it gets that way by like round 10, I'm like, you fucking leg kick him, you bitch.
Yeah.
And there's rumor that he'll lose 90% of his money if he does something illegal to the MMA point, but it's hard to say. I don't know. It's going to be the biggest spectacle in boxing, combat sports history, so.
Yeah.
I can't wait. I want to see some shit go down.
It's going to be awesome.
And the weird thing is, I haven't heard jack shit about an undercard. I guess we don't want to promote any fighters. I think one of Mayweather's boxers is fighting on the undercard. I may have seen it in All Access on Showtime, but man, it's weird. So I think that's all I got for that, with exception to the sponsor money. Mayweather's going to make $25 million.
Yeah.
Sponsorships.
Nice.
It's fucking crazy. That's all we got for that. What else you got for some news?
Well, in some cool news, Frank Mir signs with Bellator to do some fighting action.
I think that's a good move. I think he's all steroided up.
Yes. He said it came down to financial aspects, but I think there's more to the story. As you just alluded
he's
to.
going to make bank. I mean, he's still a big name. And
he wants Fedor.
I think it's a good fight. Fedor. That should be his first fight. I don't like Frank's chances in that fight.
No?
He'll stand and bang.
Maybe.
I don't think you can do that with, well.
Can he submit the Fedor? Love Fedor. Every time we talk Fedor, I feel like
I don't have enough energy to do that.
I'm waiting. What the hell is going on?
What the hell is going on? His name is Fedor. Pronounce a Fedor.
There you go.
Poor guy. If you can bring him in, that shit's the shit. You gotta get that. That's hot fire.
You should announce every Fedor fight. But I like Frank Mir's chances against Fedor. I feel like he could do some damage. He's way bigger than him too. He's still huge.
Well, and imagine he's gonna get back on the sauce.
Is he gonna get Frank Mir big?
Yeah, like when he fought Brock Lesnar. Remember the first? Was it the first? No, it was the second time he got all sauced up.
You're talking about Frank, right?
Yeah.
Frank, yeah. He was just like.
He's like the first time we fought, I wasn't big enough.
Everybody was trying to get bigger. Brock's so big, we gotta get bigger. More.
Yeah, or I don't remember. One of them, he got super swole.
No, it was definitely Brock. Second.
They made him eat the strawberries?
Yes.
Like, why are you stealing my strawberries?
Yeah, he was drinking all those protein shakes, talking about eating his children or something weird. Wait, what was he gonna do?
Yeah, he got fired from the
octagon-related death.
He got fired from the broadcast for saying that shit. Back when the UFC used to fire everybody. Oh, Miguel Torres, you made a rape joke on Twitter. You're fired.
Yes, I remember those days. But Frank said it's so surreal. He's like, I believe he'll be the first octagon-related death in the UFC.
It's funny because now I think that would just anything goes. You fucking have Snoop Dogg doing goddamn commentary.
Gin and juice.
Come on.
I should drink some gin and juice on this show sometime.
Maybe.
Yeah. Can you drink gin and juice?
I don't know.
Is gin okay?
I don't know.
Juice you're okay, but gin.
Yeah. What else? We had the UFC announce Tony Ferguson versus Kevin Lee for the interim lightweight title. What the hell happened to Ferguson versus Khabib? Weren't we going to do that?
Khabib's probably injured.
I think that's part of it, but is he still able to fight at 55? Is he going to go up to 170? He's had so many issues making 155, and that's part of the challenge too. Like when this fight announced, everyone's losing their shit. Why isn't he fighting Khabib? Well, fucking Khabib can't make the goddamn weight. Why aren't we forcing him to go up to 170?
Have him fight Diaz again. They fought once, right? Yes?
I don't remember.
I think he did. Am I remembering it wrong? Wasn't he the one who ragdolled Diaz?
Yeah, like 100 times.
Yeah.
It was Roy McDonald. I remember that one.
Yes, that too. We don't want to see
I don't remember.
Well, McDonald's in Bellator now, so maybe he'll come back.
Maybe. But if Khabib was to go to 170, what would be some interesting matchups?
Ooh, all that wrestling, whatever you call that, sambo. Is it sambo? Is that what his specialty is? Whatever you call that. That Russian judo shit, that throwing shit. 170.
He's bear wrestler. That's what that guy is. Baby Khabib wrestling bears.
GSP comes to mind. If GSP gets down to 170 again, it's a question mark.
Yeah.
Conor
McGregor. Those two will never fight.
No.
Conor's never going to fight.
Conor wants no
He's
part of
just
that.
sticking boxing.
Cowboy
Cerrone.
Cowboy would be cool.
That's a tough fight for Cowboy.
Big time.
I think he's a tough fight. Like, Khabib's a tough fight for anybody. And I'll tell you this, he's going to miss weight at 170.
Yeah, probably. Robbie Lawler would be a good one.
That'd be interesting.
I still like Diaz. Run it back.
All right. What else we got?
Let me see. Oh, you had sent me this article earlier in the week, but apparently here's the title of an underground article. It says, Glory, Planning Human Sacrifice. And they're talking about Bigfoot, who is getting ready to face, who's still the champion, right? Rico Verhoeven, right? In a fight over, when is this happening? Overseas. Probably because they can't get it sanctioned here. But a 6'5" tall, 258-pound, 28-year-old destroyer in Verhoeven going against a Bigfoot who's been on and off the sauce, has had gigantism issues, and has been, what did you say, he was knocked out like 12 times?
So in MMA, he's won one of his last 9 fights.
Yes.
He's lost 5 in a row, and he's been KO'd or TKO'd in 7 of those fights.
Ouch.
So...
And now he's going to go in and strike against a world-class heavyweight striker.
Yeah,
probably the pinnacle of kickboxing.
As of right now, like the best.
Yes. Why?
So they're trying to kill Bigfoot. I mean, fucking looking for him. We found him. Let's kill that fucking guy. I mean, this leads to. I have a huge problem with this matchmaking. This is fucked up.
Yep.
And you know, side note, we are going to be at Glory this weekend.
Yes, we love Glory, by the way.
25th,
Chicago.
Hoffman Estates.
Yes.
You can save 10% off tickets. Code MMA Nuts.
Yes.
Shop now, shop off it. But
it's in like a couple of days.
It's when this comes out, it'll be on Friday.
Yes.
But this matchmaking is horrendous. I mean, they need to like fucking cancel this fight. Bigfoot
They're not going to.
Like, you literally should not sanction this. Like, who is sanctioning this fight to happen? And it leads to a bigger question of when do we force a fighter into retirement? Because I know we've gone back and forth on this subject, and I think it's got to be an athletic commission, and it's just got to be scientific. And we just say, I've got some criteria. I thought if you were 35 years or older, and you've had 5 losses in a row, you are retired. Like, you don't have an option. There is a forced retirement.
How you lose doesn't matter?
Does not matter.
Even if it's decisions?
Fucking 5 in a row, I'm putting you out.
Okay.
That means Andrei Arlovsky, you're done fighting right now. He's 5 in a row. Or if you're 35 years or older, you've been KO'd 5 times in the last 3 years, I'm putting you out.
Okay.
There's a challenge because I was trying to see, is there a amount of KOs I could say over your career, like a lifetime KO amount that you can lose by, to say you should stop fighting? And here's a perfect example. So Bigfoot Silva has been KO'd or TKO'd 10 times in his career. Know who else? Alistair Overeem.
I was going to say, Overeem made a comeback, though.
Right. So there's a difference in this.
But he also got on the sauce, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
That was around that time when Overeem went from 205 to like super heavyweight.
Yeah. So that's why I think it's got to be age based, and you got to look at like what's happening in a recency type of scenario versus the career. But maybe you need to look at the career at some point, because again, this all goes back to the CTE. Are you going to tell me that Bigfoot Silva is not going to have fucking CTE if he doesn't already have it?
He does already,
right.
Guaranteed.
I mean, and where are the people that are around the guy? I mean, it's one thing to put it on the fight organization, but how about your trainers? How about your family? How about someone else to step in and say, hey, maybe you shouldn't be fighting anymore. It's about it. Like, we're just adding brain damage onto this guy at this point.
Yeah. It's terrible. I don't know how this got sanctioned, but whatever.
There's a huge uproar, and I hope there's enough to get this fight from not happening.
I don't know why Glory would even want to make this fight. I feel like
there's no value
No.
in anything. Like, people know who Verhoeven is.
Yeah.
You should know who it is. He's had a couple fights, I think, in MMA by now.
We saw him here. Guy's a murderer, dude.
God.
Dude, he fought 2 murderers in one night. Just like
Yes.
and won the title here in Chicago. And I was like,
Yes.
we were both like, damn, this dude is tough
Oh
as
my
fuck.
God.
Like, holy shit.
Like, the amount of bombs that were being thrown
yeah.
were ridiculous. We're sitting like the first row. It was ridiculous.
It was crazy. So we'll see. Hopefully they have time to change this. I didn't catch the date. September something.
I think it's
October.
overseas somewhere, right?
Yeah, maybe they'll change it. Hopefully.
They should. There's no sense adding insult to injury for that guy. What else do we got? Anything else?
I got last news.
Good.
And a bit of good news. Matt Hughes on the mend, out of the hospital. Got the photos here. He's looking. I mean, it could be a bad angle. He's looking very thin, and he doesn't seem like. He's got that like weird stare thing going on, and I don't know if it's just a happy I'm out of the hospital look, but this is a different person than we remember.
Yeah, to me that stare looks like I'm not all there, but I hope for the best. I don't.
We wish him well.
Bad on it.
You know, hopefully he'll be able to recover fully. It's a terrible situation, but it's good to hear.
It's
he's
good
out of
news.
the-
Yeah, he's out of the coma.
It's
And
finally-
he's at least moving around. I don't
Yeah.
know if he's in a wheelchair there. Or
Yes.
but
Yes.
he's at least getting out of the hospital and conscious. So it's a step in the right direction. Luke Rockhold not training at AKA for his next fight.
No.
He said too many people are hurt and taking time off, so he's training out in Florida with Henry Hooft
Nice.
and that crew. Do you think that helps him?
Yeah.
Or hurts him for this next
Maybe he'll
fight?
stay injury free and get a fresh perspective.
Seriously. You know?
When the guy in your camp was like, too many injuries, something is happening over there.
Like everybody.
Yeah. And they got
Oh
that
my
good
God.
California weather too. How come they're always injured? Don't get it.
So we don't know how to train correctly.
Probably.
Too hard, too aggressive. Let's see. Chris Weidman said if 185 pounds doesn't work out for him, he's open to moving up to 205. You like that move for him? And what kind of matchups do you like?
I like Jon Jones. That's probably a little much for him at first.
That's a lot. That's a lot to ask. I mean, who did he just beat? Kelvin? Gastelum? Yeah. After he lost like 3 in a row.
I was gonna say Gustafsson might be a nice one.
That's an interesting one. I would like to see that.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
fucking reach of Gustafsson.
Mhm.
Like, can he handle that?
But I wonder. I bet you he can put Gustafsson on his back.
Cormier, where you at?
I thought they were friends or something. I don't
They
know.
probably are, but
I think they got some relationship thing going on. They may not fight.
well, Cormier needs to stay at heavyweight.
Well, he's talking about Cormier is talking about he can't remember shit from that night.
Yeah, and he also did you hear him? He thinks he's gonna fight Jon Jones again.
No, I didn't hear that part.
I think he's lost so much memory that he forgot he fought him the second time.
When we
so
do
I
this
want to get that
again.
rematch.
Like, sir, you lost
I'm
this
still
fight.
the John. You're never gonna get that belt back. You think I'm just gonna sit here and let you take that belt from me?
Come on, John. I'm not just gonna let you just kill me. You think I'm just gonna stand there and let you kill me, John? That was still one of the best interviews.
Oh
ever.
yeah. So
let's
there,
do-
pussy.
Did they squash their beef?
John tried to. Daniel won't squash it. He's still being a little bitch about it.
Sour grapes.
Yeah, I don't like sour grapes. That's how I turn on you, Luke Rockhold.
Don't be cunty. No, that's not the salty.
Well,
salty.
you just gotta accept the loss, you know.
It happens.
And it's okay to. I don't know. You can make nice. Doesn't mean you're gonna hang out and be buddy buddy, but if a guy is offering to bury the hatchet, let it be buried.
Yep.
And you're fucking back.
Well,
I don't know.
I think you learn more about a guy when he loses than when he wins. So
Of course. Look at McGregor when he lost to Diaz, how well he handled it, and then look at Rousey when she lost to Holm, and how well she handled that.
Right.
I can't speak to anyone. I'm gonna kill myself.
Yes.
And then the whole lead up to the Amanda Nunes fight. I can't fuck. No interviews. No nothing. And if you talk to me, don't ask me about fighting.
Okay.
Wow, we are mentally stable and totally ready to get back into that fucking octagon. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool story, bro. All right, I got some fight announcements. Give me your rating on 1 to 10. 10 being hot fire. Matt Brown versus Diego Sanchez.
what the fuck? I think Matt's still got some fight left in him. Diego, I question. 6.
Oh, that's a straight 10 for me.
Is it?
That's
Okay.
not fire. Okay. Stephen Wonderboy Thompson versus Jorge Masvidal.
Oh, 10.
Yes.
Easy. That's
Leo-
going to be crazy.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Oh, my God. Okay.
Lyoto Machida versus Derek Brunson. Lyoto coming back.
Off the suspension, yes?
Yeah. Off the suspension for DHEA.
Yeah, right.
For 2
So
years.
silly. 6 again.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I'm like,
It's interesting. I think I'm more excited to get some fresh blood
Yeah.
and see Lyoto come back and see what he's got left after a 2-year layoff, you know?
I hear you.
Tough.
You got more?
Oh, I said USADA just saved Junior Dos Santos' life.
Oh, yeah? How so?
Because he tested positive for some sort of diuretic, apparently.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So the fight's
So
off?
now his fight against Francis Ngannou is off. I
Okay.
mean, no good was going to come from that. That's
I don't think
that's
so
almost
either.
like Verhoeven versus Bigfoot.
Mhm.
I don't see a good outcome for Dos Santos.
No.
I don't know if there's anything else to say about that. He's claiming it was in a supplement. He didn't knowingly take it. At this point, I don't give a fuck anymore. It's just make it go away.
Mhm.
I think that's all I got for news. Got anything else?
Nope.
I'm gonna do one last scan here. All right. Do some Ask the Nuts. Moving. Michael Brooks asks, are you looking forward to seeing Ghokan Saki's UFC debut? And what do you expect to see from his upcoming fights? So let me lay this down for you. He's 83-12-1 with 59 KOs in kickboxing. We saw him in that heavyweight tournament, and he fought, I think it was the first fight
Verhoeven.
for Verhoeven.
And he was like a midget compared, but he was in the fight, man. He was like brawling and stuff with this dude.
Like, that was crazy. And he's scheduled to fight Henrique de Silva on September 23rd. The funny thing is, USADA has yet to drug test him. I'm just wondering if he passes the drug test. I'm just thinking. The kickboxing guys, not so heavily drug tested.
No.
Not so
really.
heavily drug tested.
I'm excited, but I think it's going to be short-lived because I don't see him being successful in MMA, honestly. I think it's going to be a long road. But he's very exciting, so at least he'll make it a fight.
Brandon Mason asks, if Struve and Lesnar were to fight, who do you think would win? That's part 1.
Right now?
Yeah.
Brock Lesnar?
100%. Because, you know, Stefan Struve will use his 84.5-inch reach to, scratch his back while they're fighting.
Yeah.
I got this reach. Not sure how to use it. Scratch my back with
Chin
it.
up,
Yeah.
He comes in face
So I saw him use his reach once.
Yes.
And what is a dream fight that you wanted to see but never happened? Ronda Rousey, Chris Cyborg.
Oh, nice.
Still hold out for that one. It'll never happen.
Brock Lesnar and Fedor in their primes before the whole mystique ended. That was a big one for me.
I want a prime GSP versus a prime Anderson Silva.
Oh, yes.
I feel like we, as fans, all got cheated out of that one because
We
they were,
did.
at that time, we're afraid to damage our stars. That was back when we had, remember, there were so many dominant champions. Like, one of these fuckers going to lose. It was, what, GSP, you had Anderson Silva, you had Jon Jones, there was a Jose Aldo, there was a Renan Barao.
Mighty Mouse.
Yes. It was like pretty much everybody except for heavyweight, because heavyweight's 2 and done. Stipe Miocic, where you at? You're going down.
Okay.
But yeah. And then Rodrigo Machado, close it out. It's time. Pound sign Nuts Rule. Pound sign Matt Rape Train. Pound sign Ingo Sugar Daddy.
All right.
What would you rather have? A threesome with 2 semi-attractive women, or sex with 1 super hot woman?
I'll take the threesome.
Fuck yeah.
All
Like,
day.
that's even a question.
No, it's not.
They could be 1s in my book.
Ooh, that's a little low, Matt.
I don't know.
That's a little
They're
low.
going to be pushing the scales at 250.
How many Magners have you had? I would need a few more. Maybe like 3 or 4
I don't
of
know.
these. My standards
All I
will
was
go
going to
up.
say is 2 is better than 1.
Sometimes. As long as they're working, it's teamwork. It has to be like a what does it say? Teamwork makes the dream work?
Goddamn right.
That's right.
That's what it's all about. I was thinking about that, but I couldn't get the words out before you said it. My brain doesn't always work, but we're on the same page. Which of these powers would you rather have? And you got to rank them from 1 to 4, with 1 being the one you have the most.
All right.
So you have invisibility, teleportation, mind reading, and time traveling.
Time travel will be number 1 for me. Invisibility number 2.
Okay.
Teleportation number 3, and what was the 4th one?
Mind reading.
Oh, take that back. Mind reading 3 and teleportation 4. I don't care about moving around that fast, but I'd like to be able to travel time and read people's fucking minds. What's in your head, Matt? What's going? Matt, not him.
You know what's in my mind.
I don't want to know what's in there.
You know what's in my mind. I fuck. I fight. I eat. I'm like fucking Gegard Musasi, all right?
That's right.
I'm gonna take teleportation first. I want to be able to get places.
Okay.
I'm going to Hawaii right now.
All right.
The second, taking invisibility.
Wow.
Time traveling scares me.
Does it?
Yeah, because if I don't want to go forward, because I don't want to see me.
Who says you have to?
I don't want to see the world.
Would you be able to? You wouldn't be able to help yourself.
Frightens me. I would be open to time travel just to go backwards. I don't want to go forward.
I don't want to go forward.
I think that would be too frightening to see.
I'd like to be there for the JFK assassination. I'd like to witness some shit like firsthand that I've read about. You know?
Yeah. So then I would go 3 for time travel just to go backwards.
Yeah.
See some shit. Yeah. And then I would reading minds. I don't really care because I don't give a fuck what people think about. I don't care. I just don't.
I like the reading. That's an interesting thing. Reading the minds.
Would you rather watch your oldest teacher in a porno or your ex?
What do you mean, oldest teacher? Like,
I don't know.
probably
I don't remember any of my teachers.
Oldest teachers. I don't know.
I'll take an ex because I want to see some fat bitch that I used to date getting railed by
BBC?
a dolphin or something.
A dolphin? Dolphin have dicks? I don't think they do.
Well, I think dolphins are rapists. I'm not saying I want
This guy.
my ex-girlfriend to get raped. I'm just saying I wouldn't mind her
That's horrible.
swimming with the dolphins.
Okay.
Better than the sharks. Right?
Sounds terrible. But all right.
Fuck yeah. It
Sick
does.
and twisted he is.
Moving right along. Fuck, marry, kill. Battle of Ben Affleck's present and past lovers edition.
Ooh, this should be good.
So let's start with a little Jennifer Garner.
Oh, yeah. That's good stuff. Okay.
It's up to speed. That's up to code.
It's a shitty picture, though. She's better looking than that.
Jennifer Lopez.
Oh, yes.
Sorry.
I'll put my face right up in there, Matt.
And Gwyneth Paltrow.
Oh, Gwyneth Paltrow's on the list? Wow, I did not know this. She does have some really nice legs.
She's looking super average. That's a tough one.
I'm going to have to kill Jennifer Garner. I'm sorry. The other two have more going on. Yeah. I think I got to marry J-Lo. That's just, I would like to wake up in the morning, you know, you look over and you be like, damn, you got that ass cheek just hanging out.
47. That's 47.
Oh,
right
is that a recent picture?
Woof.
Wow, smoking hot.
Woof.
She's
working it.
Yeah.
That Spanish blood. Yeah. I think we're in total agreement because
That's a terrible Gwyneth Paltrow picture. That's terrible. She's better looking than that.
Actually, these were the best I could
Were they?
find
Oh, geez.
now.
Not good.
They're slipping a little bit. J-Lo
Okay.
is like solid gold. She might be. What the fuck was that movie? Is it Death Becomes Her, where the women are taking all the drugs? It's
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Bruce Willis and then those two chicks.
Yes, I can't.
Two chicks at the same time.
That's Office Space.
I could see them. Is it Meryl Streep and fuck's that other chick? You know
Bette Midler is in this movie?
No, skinny. That'll help you. Skinny chick.
Okay, skinny superstar.
It's Meryl Streep and
I don't know. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter, but you know what I'm saying. So we're in agreement on that one. Knowledge, you got something, I got something.
Yeah.
You can go ahead.
Okay, so I'm a big fan of audiobooks. Books in general, I read a lot, but particularly this month on Audible, they have this thing called The Butterfly Effect, which is written by some British author dude. It's a like 6-part series type thing. They're giving it away free right now, so if you have an Audible account, look it up, Butterfly Effect. And he's studying the effect of the free porn industry on like a lot of things. How that, because I didn't even know this, but
what the fuck was just talking about? I just watched a podcast.
Did you?
That the guy was talking about.
Maybe it was the guy.
Maybe it was the same guy.
Yeah, it could be. But
what was the guy's name? Do you remember?
Fucking A, I don't remember.
Because there was a guy on the Rogan podcast talking about porn and specifically like Pornhub. And
well, because they're the ones who are at the top apparently.
And how that guy like bought all the other fucking websites and fucked the whole industry up. And he was talking about
Jon Ronson. Is that the guy's name?
It must be the same guy.
You read the book. He has a British accent.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a little
older British dude.
Yeah. Looks weird.
Must be the guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks real weird. But it's interesting because what he was saying is that like back in the old days, even our days, to get porn, you'd have to like find a magazine or whatever. Now you can go wherever, online and find whatever the fuck, and you could have it, and it's messing up. There's literally teenagers who have erectile dysfunction and have problems like having sex with real women. And he was saying that one thing I found interesting in this whole thing was that he would go on these porn sets, and in between, instead of like a fluffer, the dudes were watching like porn to keep the shrink-rang like erect and stuff while they're not getting serviced. And it's like a weird thing because porn is like such an immediate satisfactory thing. And how he relates the fact that Pornhub totally killed the porn industry to a million different things. Right now, a lot of these famous porn stars are still doing the films, but how they're making the money is these custom things. Like
that's right. They're talking about like the crazy videos that people were. I forgot what.
One guy was like, some crazy dude wanted to have his stamp collection messed up. Did you talk about this?
Yeah, that's the same thing.
It's weird.
Because like the stamp collection, like the market went out like Beanie Babies.
Yeah.
So like he may have had a $10 million collection, but now
it's worth nothing.
Right. So he just sends out a stamp a year, and then they fuck it up.
Yep.
Or fuck up a page.
There's a whole bunch of like stamps. There's
super custom.
And one thing that really scared me too is that they're saying that this effect is gonna not really be fully realized till 20 years from now when some of these younger generation kids grow up, because what the teenagers and preteens are gonna be exposed to is gonna be so much more vulgar and violent that they have no idea of like what it's gonna do later to them, as far as having issues later in adulthood and stuff. So I don't know, it's interesting. But this Pornhub guy, is that your dog?
Yeah, there's a storm. I heard
is there
thunder.
Storm? Okay.
It'll be all right.
The Pornhub guy apparently ruined everything. So, one little fucking site. Out of Canada, no less. I did not know Pornhub was in Canada. Because Canadians are usually nice people, This guy's a raunchy Canadian.
Well, it was like the free porn, they also said, it should be all right unless you keep scratching, but basically like everything went to shit, and he was able to buy all the other sites for like pennies on the dollar.
Yes, pennies on the dollar.
Gotta
let the dog in.
Oh my god.
It's weird that you just saw this too. But the show is good because he follows around, he explores a few different areas of this whole thing. And then there was something else interesting. There was like a kid who had some serious health issues, ADD and all kinds of other fucked up stuff. And I don't know, he was watching porn and he was trying to hook up with this chick via text, and he sent her all this raunchy like texts, because he thought it was normal somehow, and now he's on the sex offender list. And he laughed, but apparently I didn't know this. This dude can't go anywhere because apparently if you're on the sex offender list, you can't go to restaurants and have bars. And
really?
No, apparently not. And you can't go, well, some sex offenders, I guess, but and some communities nowadays are doing this weird thing where they're putting parks up close enough to each other that you're always next to a park. So you can't move in if you're a sex offender.
That's a good move.
Yeah.
I know we got one like a street over and 3 houses down. Like, when you're trick-or-treating, that's a problem.
Yeah.
Okay, don't fucking go down that street.
But to take it even further, there was a child who was like 13 or 14 who went to juvenile jail because apparently he was at a party with some friends, and the kids they all got naked, and the lights come back on and everyone had gotten dressed except him, and then the mom comes in, pressed charges against this kid for being exposed in front of her daughter or whatever, and he went to juvenile jail for 4 years. And they're saying
he's 13.
Right, but that they can do this. So this is like the sex thing.
That's a dickhead fucking
judge. Yeah. So they're saying that this porn stuff is messing with the younger generation even, because these kids are able to get this on their phones and all this weird stuff.
Yeah, well, there's no way to stop it. You don't want to.
You don't want to stop it?
No, porn should be free.
Free porn.
That's right. It's like
Maybe.
free Nick Diaz. Free porn.
So it's interesting. So think about that next time
Yeah.
you're jerking off. Like,
All right.
could be killing babies in China for all you know.
All right.
Maybe. I don't know. But it's cool. So the Joe, that dude was on Rogan?
Yeah.
I
It
see
was like within the last
I see an ass
2
picture.
weeks.
What am I looking
No,
at?
this is the same.
Oh, Gwyneth
fucking-
Paltrow. You're going to tell me a story?
So let me pull this one up. There's some fighter got KO'd, and then after he got KO'd, decides to bust a move. He gets up and starts fucking going for it
Why was he doing this?
because he just got KO'd. I don't know what
He
this fighter's
doesn't
name
remember
is.
what happened?
Probably.
He's a big boy, too. He's
Yeah.
got some moves.
Look at him go. This is pretty fucking impressive after you just been knocked the fuck out. Kind of reminds me of Rerun from like What's Happening.
What the heck is happening here?
I don't know, but that's awesome.
I like it.
I like it.
Was he just happy?
Something. Knocked the fuck out, happy. And then I got some sort of what appears to be some type of Cain Velasquez type training here. Start opening up here.
Ooh. Glutes.
So I do a kind of deadlift, and then someone boots me in the ass.
Why?
I don't know. This is borderline, like, I feel like I'm watching some kind of fucked up porn.
It looks masochistic.
Yeah, doesn't it? If my phone will replay. And it's
Wow.
not like he's going soft.
It's got a little percussion to
He's
it.
got no technique on that kick either.
Uh-huh.
That last kick, she's like, why do you keep kicking me in the ass?
I don't know what's happening.
I don't know what this is about, but...
I'm struggling to find pictures of Gwyneth Paltrow. I know she's
Yeah,
hotter.
look at recent. She is wrinkly as fuck.
Is she?
Looks like my ball sack can go.
Your ball sacks are wrinkly?
So whose is it?
I don't know. Mine's definitely wrinkly. I'm just asking. This is a random
Mine's
question.
extra wrinkly. I think the older you get, the wrinklier.
Is that right?
Right.
Just gotta wax that
Maybe,
sucker.
maybe I should put some dryer sheets in my fucking underwear. Would they take out the wrinkles?
That's funny, actually.
All right.
I like that one. All right, that has been this week's edition. I'm still mesmerized
It's all good.
by Gwyneth Paltrow.
Shut it down, then.
Of this MMA Nuts edition, my name is Nico Weigold.
Matt Growth, thanks for plans.
Bye-bye.